Hello and welcome to the unemployment vlog. I'm your host, Brandon Kennedy. Thanks for being here. We're just going to jump right into it. This is going up on a Saturday. Sorry about that. Still at my brother's house and kids running everywhere. This is the first quiet, free moment that I've had to sit down and record something. So anyways, this week we're going to be talking about NPCs, and we're also going to be doing a little bit of catch up. I think that will probably be the theme of this episode, catch up and updates. I hate doing update episodes because they're like not really content, but hopefully we can throw in some things in here that will make this video worth your time. So for anybody that doesn't know, I'm transitioning my channel to be all about storytelling and Dungeons and Dragons. So those are the two things I want to focus on. Yesterday for me, it was Black Friday. Went to a used bookstore and I got these two wonderful books up here. And I know you can't like read these as I'm holding it. This is the quintessential. Oh, I'm sorry, I was blocking the my mouth from the camera. This is the quintessential wizard from Mongoose Publishing for Dungeons and Dragons edition 3.5, and then this is GM Mastery Book 1 NPC Essentials, also for a third edition of Dungeons and Dragons. And I bet you're wondering, why would I go out and waste my money on third edition? Well, a lot of the information in some of these awesome supplements they used to do for previous editions of Dungeons and Dragons can transfer over into future editions. And a lot of them aren't even really necessarily here's how for the 3.5 rules to roll up this character. Like this, I love this book. I just got it. I've been reading through it. But it has information on just how to make your NPCs more dynamic and more interesting. So hopefully when I finish reading that, I can do a whole entire episode about that of NPCs. And, you know, I'm sure you can find great tips and tricks for other places as far as, you know, making great dynamic NPCs. But that would be something I really want to focus on in a video in the future where we can dive super in depth on it. Some just off the back tips that I picked up from this book when I was skimming it. The thing that I kind of always forget when I'm making NPCs in Dungeons and Dragons, and my players are about to feel the wrath of this a lot more, is one of the things I suggest is give your NPCs one-shot powerful items, such as potions and magical scrolls. That way, you know, when your players get into a battle against them, and inevitably, most of the time they'll defeat the NPC. You know, if you gave that NPC like a meta magic, and this is 3.5 coming back to my mind, a meta magic rod, well, now the players pick it up and they're just as powerful as that NPC. You know, that's why instead you give them one-shot items like a scroll of 7th level fireball of, oh my fudging gosh, that hurts. And, you know, when it's not like the NPC can do that every single round. And then when it's over, it's over. This is kind of funny right here. As I move my hand, the camera's picking up less light and picking up more of the background outside. I'm in sunny Colorado Springs, so that's spectacular. Anyways, so I'm going to start loading my NPCs with a few more magical items just to give them that edge. As far as one of the other things that goes in depth talking about is, you know, making characters dynamic and having interesting goals. One way that I do that, and I got into a conversation with my friends about this yesterday, and there was a really great video that came out called Writing Lessons with his examination of this principle in Avatar. Backstory that weighs your character down, but isn't only something bad happening to them, but something they either had a choice in causing or that they feel responsible for causing. And an example of this, the video that I'll link to you is about Avatar, and the author breaks it down in Aang's discuss, or rather, Aang's backstory of he fled his, and spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't seen Avatar, he fled his duties as being the Avatar and ran and tried to run away from his home. And as such, the Fire Nation attacked his home, and he wasn't there to defend it and killed, his entire culture. And he feels incredibly responsible for that. I was writing a character for the book I'm currently working on, and I will update my NaNoWriMo count at the end of this. Her name is Kiel, and in the back of my mind, I had the dinky backstory for her. I have a backstory for her, but I had the dinky thought of, well, yeah, her mother's dead, and yeah, she feels sad about that. And then I started thinking on that concept a little bit more to, make it something more dynamic, to make this character more interesting. And in the fantasy world that I'm writing this current book in, one of the cultures of people, they bond specifically to these magically forged beasts. And what happens is the beasts take, it's kind of like alchemy. They take a life, and then they weave that life in materials into a new being. And it's kind of like a continuation of that. So when I was thinking of the backstory for this character, how that came into play was, okay, well, her mom's dead. All right, isn't it more interesting if instead her mom was dying and she and her father wove her mom's life into one of these beasts? And, now this beast was her partner, and that is her mom. And then for her backstory, that beast, of course, is dead. And it's dead from a choice she made that accidentally got it killed, which gives the character a whole new dynamic on how she now views this magical craft of ash forging, of like, well, I had one of those creatures. It was my mother. I loved it dearly, and now it's dead. And that's going to affect how she makes decisions so much more entirely than just, well, I have a dead mom. It's a dynamic thing that weighs her down. I don't really want to talk about Godsent too much because it's been about all I've been doing for the past week, is just looking at it and reviewing stuff. And I did try to catch up with my NaNoWriMo. I'm sitting at, I think, about 13,000 words, which I know you need to be at 50,000 at the end of this month if I write 6,000 words every day, which is, whoa. I'll get there. I wrote about 2,000 this morning, so still got a metric butt ton left to do. I think 4,000 something left to do for today, which, I mean, is not completely undoable. Sometimes when I have 8-hour writing sprees, I can kick out 4,000 words. One of my biggest problems is I've been getting back into online gaming, which is a time killer. Oh my gosh, don't do that, guys, because that's just going to make us play catch up all week long. So I'll end this episode we'll go more in depth on NPCs once I finish reading this book. But I'm going to end this episode on a little update for everybody. I want to thank everybody who is donating to the Patreon. Getting closer and closer to that freelance $300 a month goal. Between this and I put myself in the gig economy with Fiverr and some freelance transcription website. And as soon as we can push closer to that $300 a month goal, that covers all my expenses and food, so I will be able to create in-depth hardcore. And I'm trying to jump even harder into creating now, because screw waiting till you get to your goal to do it. Life's life. You got to live it while you're walking forward. The episode of Pop Alchemy came out this week. I had that scheduled to post on Tuesday with Freddy Krueger. The next one I was thinking about doing, I have Nar from League of Legends done. I just need to record the video and upload that. The next one I was thinking about doing is High School Musical. One of my friends, Miranda, posted a character on there that she bet that I couldn't make into a D&D character. But guys, let me tell you, that's going to be easy peasy, and we might even write some songs for it. But yeah, we'll just go with the. I can't give away the video this early with all the skills and features we'll select for them. Anyways, that is the 10-minute mark. I know I was late coming out with this week, and we won't be playing D&D tonight. There's going to be a D&D video uploading Sunday, so I will try and either push out another unemployment vlog for Sunday morning, or I'll just push the unemployment vlog back to Monday, and then of course I'll hopefully this Monday I'll be able to sit down and get the next Pop Alchemy uploaded with NAR, and then start working on the High School Musical one. All right, sorry that this one got a little bit rambly. I want to thank everybody who watched, and look out for that D&D video. Oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy how like the brightness keeps going up and down. Look out for the D&D session tomorrow night. It's going to be group 2. They're in the middle of a pickle, I think. Oh no, they're meeting a new player next session. So that's going to be funtacular. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for watching.